Wolak. We're here each and every day. And today, we're going to look at this concept. Have you ever been in a situation where you're there and all of a sudden someone hits you with a question? And that question is to get you to do something, to say something, to agree to something. And you say yes. And then as you're walking away or later on, you go, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't have the time to do that. I don't want to do that. That doesn't juice me. My plate is overflowing right now. I agreed to something and I don't even like the person. You ever been in that situation? Yeah, because it comes back to the whole idea of self-love. And self-love means self-worth. And if you're feeling self-worth, then you're willing to say, no, it's not what I want to do. It's not what I care about. I don't have the time to do that. And here's what you find, at least what I find, is that there are a lot of people out there that are master manipulators. They love getting other people to do things for them. And they realize, they understand that most people will not say no. They will say yes. And so they get what they want. Now, it's okay to say yes to people as long as it serves you as well. That's a really important thing to understand. Does it serve you? Does it serve your top values? Does it serve that which is in you desiring to go forth? Or does you pull you down? I want you to know that, for example, as a minister, people are always asking me to do things. And a lot of the things that they're asking me to do are outside of what I chose to do ministry for. When I chose to do ministry, I say ministry to me is about teaching. I'm a teacher. That's what I love to do more than anything. I love to teach. So I'm talking to you right now. I'm doing that for the purpose of teaching and sharing. I love to share. The other thing I love to do is I love to counsel. I love to present ideas to people to see how those ideas resonate with them. Other aspects of ministry are not mine. I just don't care to do it, and I don't. And people will come in and they want me to do this. Here's what I get a lot of. People want me to promote a product because I've got an audience. Well, no, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to be your marketing person. I'm not here to be your network. It's not what I do. Took me a while to learn that. Because people say, well, you're a minister. You got all this is really good for them. Wait a second. Have I proven that to myself? How do I know something is good for someone else if I haven't proven it to myself? And then why would I go advertising doing something for someone if they haven't asked? Good thing. Adriana says, I was just talking about this. I finally know I can say no without feeling guilty or explanations. Big thing. Big thing is to not feel guilty. And you know what? It depends on the situation. But sometimes it helps to give a little background. And like, for example, the example I was just using about people wanting to use me for marketing, I simply say to them, my purpose is to teach. If I market, then people, when they see me, will identify me as marketing. And that will make it, put a wall up where they won't listen to me when I'm teaching because they're wondering what I'm going to sell next. Does that make sense? So I'd like to be really clear. It's not that I'm offering an explanation, but I'm really clear about why I'm saying no. Does that make sense, Adriana? See, I'm offering a real clear reason why I'm saying no. I'm saying no, and I'm saying no because it doesn't serve what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to get you to understand. I'm being really clear with my no. And that happens when you're in a relationship, because your partner is going to be asking you a lot of things. Here's what I've come to understand in relationships. No one person can meet all of your needs and desires. You get that? And if you throw that burden on someone, man, are you dumping a load of crap on top of them. Yeah, I said crap. Because, man, that's a responsibility that no one can ever meet. There's no way in heck I would ask my wife to meet all of my expectations. There are things that are just not on her thing. And you know what? I find other people to meet those expectations, to partner with me, to share with me. Why? Because there's people that want to dance. Your wife or husband or partner may love to do the rumba, but there's times when you want to do the cha-cha. And as long as it doesn't interfere on the agreements that you have with your partner, rock and roll. Absolutely rock and roll. JJ says, my husband doesn't put any demands on me. He's very easygoing, and I'm grateful. Well, one of the key things in any relationship is to believe that you both have the freedom to be you, to be authentic. You can ask, but asking is not a demand. And I think that's really important to understand. I often ask people for support, and I graciously accept a no. It's really interesting, this world that we live in, isn't it? Why is it that people are trying to force things down our throats? In relationships and business. Why is it? Why is it that we're so hung up in our egos that we want power? We want to control everything. And that's what control is. Control is power. We don't feel whole, complete, and fulfilled if we're not powerful over someone else. Well, that's not what whole, complete, and fulfilled is. Whole, complete, and fulfilled is you have power over yourself. You know that you're whole within yourself. You make decisions understanding you don't need outside approval for that decision. You are self-fulfilled. You are self-actualized. You pat yourself on the back. You don't need anyone else to do that. Now, it's fun to share, but you don't need it. There's a difference of sharing and needing. So how's this hitting you out there? Anything rubbing you the wrong way? Anything rubbing you the right way? It's fun to talk about. Here's the thing. Remember, I don't know what's right for you. Sometimes I don't know what's right for me. But I figure it out. And guess what? I make mistakes. Oh, my friend Betty's out there. She says, I was a people pleaser and I didn't want to hurt feelings. The older I get, the easier it becomes to consider me. It's freeing. Of course. As we get older, we say, I really don't care what you think. But when you're young and you're eager and you're wanting to get in a great relationship, go up the corporate ladder, you're willing to people please all over the place, and you don't realize, but you're actually domesticating yourself into a role that is not going to serve you later on. Even in the corporate world, I was constantly being badgered about the fact you need to be more of a corporate citizen. You need to go along. I'll never forget. I remember I was probably 27, I'm going to say. And I was working at Allstate, and I was in a controller's department in the Michigan region. And my next move would have been to a division controller moving to Chicago. And the person who was a division controller came to me and said, unless you shave your mustache, you will never get promoted. You know what I did? Under my breath, I said, F you. I didn't shave my mustache. And you know what? I just went and found another job. One where mustaches weren't critical to your success. Ian says, I find that my wife sometimes gets upset because she thinks I don't need her, which is true. So I have to let her know that I'm choosing to be with her because I want to, not because I need to. I love that, Ian. That was exactly what Gene and I went through at the beginning. Ian, this is way before your time, but there was a song by Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want you, I need you, but I'm never going to love you. And I would change the words. I would say, I want you, I love you, but I'm never going to need you. And that would piss people off. It would piss a lot of people off. Guess what? Those people are not married anymore. I do not need my wife. Can I be more clear about that? I don't need her. I love her, and I want to be with her. I choose to be with her. I love having her as my partner on this journey. But everything in my life I can do for myself. I don't need her to do that to fulfill me. I think one of the hard things for people is most people have never lived alone. And if they've lived alone, they've never become really emotionally, mentally, physically self-reliant, comfortable being in their own skin, comfortable being within their own mind. Well, Lori, there's a difference between having a mother with no filter and doesn't speak before you, they're thinking, as opposed to saying no. That's just an unaware person. Because the more aware you become, you're always pausing before you're speaking. There's a difference between being authentic and just being flippant. Corey says, I have an issue with absorbing other people's emotion too much. That's the whole idea of being a sensitive or an empath. And one of the greatest challenges for people who are empaths is learning boundaries and teaching people that come into their lives, that they're going to have in their lives, boundaries. Then Teresa pops on and she just says, some people fill their lives with other people's energy and not their own. That comes right back to what, Teresa? Self-worth, isn't it? Yeah. Because when we really feel we're worthy, we know that all that matters is the energy we bring. And then if the energy that the other person has is a lower energy, we don't lower our energy to be with them. We maintain our energy, and maybe we don't spend as much time with them. JJ says, I'm an empath and sensitive. Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of people like that in the world. My wife is an empath. She's sensitive to sound, sensitive to smells, sensitive to touch. My God, you can walk into a room. She says, I got to get out of here. I smell something. I said, what? I don't smell that. I'm not sensitive the way she is. It's just very, 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 very funny. And people are like that. My prayer partner, Marsha, man, she has the most sensitive nose of any human being in the world. I just so much I don't smell. I'll even go like this. I don't smell nothing. I don't know where you're coming from. Smells like man perfume. I hope you're laughing because I am. See, life, you got to have fun with it. You absolutely have to have fun with it. We take things so very, very deeply serious. So I want you to go through the day today And I want you to consider that whenever something comes up for you, ask yourself the question, do I really want to do this? Ask yourself the question, do I really want to think about this? Do I really want to spend time with that person? Give yourself the chance to really say yes. And understand that saying no means saying yes to something else. So everybody, go create your most magnificent day and know that I love and accept you just like you are. Until tomorrow, aloha. Hey guys, just for your information, guys, got a men's group tonight. If you're a guy and you want to join the Agape men's group, go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the calendar, and you'll find a Zoom link. We start at 6:30 Central Time. Everyone's welcome. Guys, this is a guys group. Sorry, ladies, another time. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.